Opponent hanging on to them 2 shields, but stay in school, kids. Learn to count. We're looking to sack the Granbull on the Dark Pulse, and this motherfucker can save 2 shields for Season 12, Season 13, or even Season 26. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. We charm near enough all the way down. We are going to shield up the Acid Spray, but Mr. Opponent, you are fucked. So, welcome back to the home of Shadow Pokemon. Speaking of which, obviously, I'm very limited to the amount of content I can make because Niantic love to screw players like myself. They release absolutely fuck all that is meta relevant or even usable, and we are now getting very limited with what we can run. We are having to recycle teams. So today's question is going to be, do you want to see me feature some of the new Hisuian Pokemon? If that's a yes, if it's a no, post it down below. Today we're back running the most toxic charmer of them all, Shadow Granbull. Getting on into the battles, and in game 1 we pick up the absolute nightmare lead. The Kentucky Fried Chicken Bird of Death into Granbull, we save switch into Walrus, and we are getting hard countered with a Scrafty. Things are looking pretty fucking bleak. We land the Icicle Sphere and are committing to the Earthquake to force the Scrafty to dump their energy power-up punch. Takes us out. You already know that Granbull is going to absolutely delete. Mr. Scrafty, high Scrafty, bye Scrafty. 2 charms is all it took. Back out comes Talonflame. Granbull made of absolute paper, but if this opponent goes for a Flame Charge, we will survive, which we do. We now switch out into Swampert. We are still in the 2 shield apiece, and it is Obstagoon in the back. We are still in a very, very deep hole. Can we pull this game off? Well, if you give the GOAT an inch, the GOAT will take a fucking mile. We tank the first Night Slash, fire back, Hydro Cannon. Number 1 we now throw on a CMP tie. Does the opponent want to commit the first shield? Yes, they do. Swampert still in with a fighting chance. We are going to shield up the Night Slash once again. We're going to look to over farm, throw on CMP to maximise the amount of energy we can gain. Does the opponent want to commit the final shield? No, they do not. Combo play into Granbull. Crunch will either knock out or get the final shield. We get the final shield. 1 Incinerate takes us out Swampert with the move banked, and that's all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. See the big fat Walrus in the lead. Not fantastic. We are going to look to catch an Icicle Sphere on our own Walrus. We are unsuccessful, but the opponent stays in. Misaligns their switch timer. They fire off an Earthquake and now switch out into Blastoise. Not a bad matchup for us. We're both hitting each other. 4 resisted Earthquake lands for decent damage. The opponent is going to have to fire off a charge move to take us out. They built up a whole boatload of energy. They take us out with a Skull Bash and raise their own defense. However, Blastoise using Water Gun, super slow to charge moves. If anything, the raised defense just gives us more farm. Granbull actually makes a move. They've got a Alolan Muck in the back with instant swap into Swampert. The opponent is throwing a charge move. I am not shielding shit. The opponent goes for the Acid Spray combo play into the Walrus. We are absolutely loaded. We are going to fire off a Hydro Cannon. The opponent shields it up. We are going to have to shield up absolutely everything. Swampert in its Shadow variant is made of paper and with a lower defense. Icicle Sphere is really going to start threatening. We are looking to get to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons. The opponent lets the first one through. Unfortunately, we've hit the move. We lose CMP. I am going to shield. This move up is the opponent willing to give up their final shield. Yes, they are, and that's going to be a G to the G. Swampert outpaces to the next Hydro Cannon. Get fucking wrecked, Walrus. Back out is going to come the Alolan Muck. They are energy dry. We make the Hydro Cannon. This will definitely put it into close combat range. Wham, bam, combo play. Thank you, fucking ma'am. And that's a good game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. We lead Shadow Granbull into Obstagoon. You absolutely love to see it. The opponent safe switches into Venusaur, and we're super quick on the response to our Walrus. We do outpace this Venusaur. I go for the extra, so now the opponent is going to be losing switch advantage. If they shield it up, that would be a huge misplay. The opponent does shield it up. We're going to outpace the Icicle Sphere. Number 2, the opponent double shields, but Venusaur, my good friend, you take 6, 6, 5 to make moves. I take 5, 4, 5. So I have no idea why you are shielding. We're already at the next Icicle Sphere. Hi Venusaur, bye Venusaur. Back out is going to come the Obstagoon. They can farm me down, but unless they're running Gunk Shot, which I highly doubt in the lead, this energy is going to be absolutely useless. We do get farmed down. We bring out Granbull. It's Talonflame. In the back, we are going to outpace to the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon will not knock out, but likewise, Talonflame is going to have to throw the Brave Bird. We are going to survive on 1 HP and a Dream. Can we Mud Shot down? Yes, we can. We've now got a Hydro Cannon to throw at the Obstagoon. This will be lowering the health, and it's going to take around 1 charm to take him out, and that's a good game. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, see Trevenant in the lead. Charm absolutely chunking. The opponent now switches out into Talonflame. I answer with Swampert. In the 2 shield, we are going to win this matchup. The opponent baits me with a Flame Charge. You hate to see it. I throw 2 Mud Shots and the Hydro Cannon. Is the opponent going to make a play for switch? It looks like that is what they're going to do. I throw 2 more Mud Shots and Hydro Cannon. Number 2, is the opponent willing to double shield? Yes, they are. The opponent is now at a potential Brave Bird. I'm more than happy to commit my final shield. They do throw the Brave Bird. We are going to look to overfarm just slightly. There's not really too much point in overfarming. Trevenant wins CMP. Anyway, they come out. They throw immediately, so Swampert has done its job. Now we are shields down. Shadow Ball will be one-shotting our Granbull. We come in, we throw 2 charms. Look to catch the Shadow Ball on our Walrus. Let's see if we are successful. The opponent goes for a Seed Bomb. They now switch out into Regirock, and I am now no longer smug. I look to CMP tie on the Stone Edge. We fire off the Icicle Sphere, and the opponent smartly over farms. We are going to fire off 1 more Icicle Sphere, but Regirock in the back is going to absolutely destroy the remainder of our team. The opponent builds up to 100 energy. They fire off the move. We unfortunately are 1 charm away. The opponent manages their energy beautifully, and we take the loss. GG's to the opponent. Moving on to the next battle, we see Shadow Granbull into Giratina. The opponent shits their pants. Come in to a Charmer of their own. We haven't got the best response for Charm. We lower the health, put them into Hydro Cannon range. We come in with Swampert. We tank the Weather Ball. We are now looking to overfarm. We fire off the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon will be enough to knock out from this range. The opponent lets it go. They come back out with Giratina, and we are committing to the Earthquake. Is the opponent willing to respect it? They are not, and Giratina is now below half health, and we CMP tie. Everything going wrong for the opponent. They go for an undercharge. Nice play on their part. They manage to farm us down, but this Giratina is absolutely fucked. It has absolutely nowhere to run. We come in with the Walrus, and we're going to look to start getting ahead on energy. The opponent is still staying in. We are going to fire off an Icicle Sphere just before they get to the next Dragon Claw. The opponent no shields. They're saving 2 shields for Talonflame in the back, but the Walrus is pretty loaded. We throw at correct timing. First Icicle Sphere gets the shield. The opponent still hasn't thrown a charge move. We're going to get off Icicle Sphere. Number 2. This lands. The opponent's still hanging on to 1 shield. We've got 2. I hate shielding up flame charges, but fuck it. We need to use a shield somewhere. We throw 2 more Powder Snows, and the next Icicle Sphere, this should be getting a shield from the opponent. We now come in to Granbull. The opponent is forced to throw. This will be taken care of Granbull. We need to just get to 1 more Icicle Sphere, and Walrus closes out this game in style. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle, we see Shadow Granbull into Machamp. Absolutely love to see it. Shout out to a good friend of mine, AUP. He said if you're around 2500 ELO, which these battles are played at, he said run a fucking Charmer, because everyone seems to be running a fighter in the lead. So shout out to him for that prediction. The opponent save switches into Arcanine. We come in to the Swampert. We take him out. Back out comes the Machamp. We're going straight for the Hail Mary. Swampert, will you please chill? This isn't a Swampert feature. Swampert has deleted 2 of the opponent's Pokemon. In the back is a Alolan Muck with 2 shields. We aren't going to shield this first move up. They go for the Acid Spray. I imagine the next one will be a Dark Pulse. Stay in school, kids. Learn to count. We attempt to catch the Dark Pulse on Granbull. We are successful. The opponent has got 2 shields, but they will be saved for Season 12, 13, or 26. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. They have got minimal HP. We shield up the Acid Spray, Powder Snow down, and that is a good game. Moving on to the next battle, we see Armor Mewtwo in the lead. It's the battle of the fast move pressure. Confusion absolutely chunking. Likewise, Charm is shredding through, one of the bulkiest mon in the league. We overfarm, look to throw. Offer Crunch. Is the opponent willing to return the shield? Yes, they are. Do we get a defense drop? No, we do not, but the opponent is forced to throw energy. We are going to allow Granbull to go down. We've got a nice bit of farm on the Mewtwo, get held in energy with the motherfucking goat, Shadow Swampert. They now come in to Mandibuzz. I'm looking to catch the charge move on my Walrus. The opponent doesn't throw. They've got Registeel in the back. As we manage to get a Powder Snow off, we are going to outpace to the Earthquake. Earthquake lands for big damage. I really don't want my Swampert to get debuffed. We actually shield up a focus blast. The opponent is going to outpace us, so we throw one before the opponent gets to the next focus blast. Is the opponent going to burn the final shield? Yes, they are. They still haven't thrown. We're going to get one more icicle sphere off. This is going to put this thing into mudshot farm down range. The opponent finally throws a charge move, but they are left with minimal HP. The opponent switches out into Mandibuzz. It's going to be Swampert versus Mandibuzz in the zero shield. Can Swampert pull this off against one of their bulkiest mon? They are going to be firing off foul play after foul play. Swampert tanks the first. We're looking to throw at correct timing. Hydro Cannon number 2 lands on Mandibuzz. Is this next Hydro Cannon going to be enough to knock out? I'm really hoping it is. Yes, it is. Get fucking wrecked, Mandibuzz. Back out comes Registeel, and Swampert once again sweeping backlines. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. We see Mach in the lead. We check the fast move. They're on Poison Jab. Absolutely dreadful. We say switch into the Walrus. I've got no intentions of shielding this up. The opponent goes for the Dark Pulse, and ouch, that hurt. They now switch out into Cresselia. Not a fantastic matchup for our Walrus. We throw the Icicle Sphere. We're looking to CMP tie on the Earthquake, and unfortunately I missed a fast move, so we are going to shield this up. We are now going to spam out another Icicle Sphere. We need to lower this Cresselia's health, as Granbull will not be able to charm down. From here, we missed out on the CMP the first time, but if you don't succeed, try and try again. This time we do correctly. CMP tie. Cresselia is left deep in the red, and they dump their energy. Now we come in to Granbull. Can we charm down before taking a move? No, we cannot. But seriously, are we going to shield this up with Mach in the back? I think not. We are spamming out Swampert. Can Swampert close this match out for us? Once again, it's Swampert versus Swampert. And if you are a member of the channel for some time, you will know Hydro Cannon, my good friend, is not the play. We overfarm. We go straight for the Earthquake. The opponent shows no respect, and they instantly regret it. We can now very safely shield up this move from Swampert. We're going to commit to the Mudshot farm down. We are absolutely loaded. We're going to go straight for the safe play of the back-to-back Hydro Cannons. First one gets the shield. Can we make Hydro Cannon number 2? Bit of lag, but Swampert says no lag is stopping me. We now switch out into Granbull and charm down and take that game. Moving on to the next battle, we see a fighter in the lead. Charm is only hitting for neutral, but as they are staying in, I imagine they're double weak to Granbull. So I make a really irrational, illogical play. We catch the resisted Sludge Bomb on our Swampert. Out comes Walrus. We will survive the Icicle Sphere and make the Earthquakes. We go for the Hail Mary. Is the opponent willing to give up a shield? Yes, they are. So we've got shield advantage for Granbull. I imagine they are weak to it. In the back, the opponent is going for the Powder Snow farm down. We chip it with a Hydro Cannon. The opponent, though, is somewhat loaded. Due to Granbull being made of absolute paper, I choose to come in to the Walrus. Hopefully the opponent doesn't bait me, and like I always say, Walrus, why the fuck they always bait? In this matchup, we fall for the bait, and I don't listen to my own advice. You should never shield up in this matchup, because opponents love to bait, especially if you are a Shadow Pokemon. In return, we're going straight Earthquake. Earthquake takes them out. They come back in to Toxicroak. We manage to go for the Snipe. The opponent switches out. We are going to throw this Crunch on what should be a CMP tie. Crunch draws the shield from the opponent. Granbull has done its job. They go for an Aqua Tail. That takes us out. We are going to shield up absolutely anything the opponent throws. They go for another Aqua Tail bait. This opponent is a master baiter, but we are going to outpace to the Earthquake. Hydrapion, Hydrapion. Back out comes the Energy Dry, Toxicroak, and Walrus. This time closes out the match. GG's, and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next one, we see Escavalier in the lead. Pretty neutral-ish matchup. We're both resisting each other's fast moves. However, they are far quicker. 2 charge moves, they go straight for the Drill Run. Granbull survives, and we're looking to go for the Crunch. I am going to want to get as much charm damage off as possible. The opponent shields it up. Do we get a defense drop? No, we do not. We are now going to come in with Swampert. My huge cojones think you are running Acid Spray. Let's see if I am correct. Like I said, Shadow Pokemon, they absolutely love to bait us. Due to my defense being low and I don't want to take any counter damage, we take them out with a Hydro Cannon. They've got Walrus. In the back, we enter the mirror matchup. Once again, is this opponent gonna bait me? Hopefully fucking not. And and we shield us for the second time in the video. So as I said in a previous video, don't fucking shield because the opponents love to bait. They now switch out into Charizard, they fire off just a Dragon Claw. That, my good friend, isn't going to threaten us. We show zero respect. We're now at the back-to-back Icicle Spheres. Icicle Sphere will take out Charizard. The opponent hanging on to one shield. We've already got the Earthquake locked and loaded. Is the opponent going to give up their final shield here? No, they are not. They are now getting super low. They haven't even seen Swampert. In the back, is the opponent this time going to go for the Earthquake? Yes, they are. Swampert versus Walrus. Not normally the best matchup, but we have a shield apiece and we have a huge health advantage. The opponent goes for the Icicle Sphere. We are going to fire off a Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon gets the shield from the opponent, and due to you baiting me, I'm going to tank this move. And for no reason whatsoever to close this video in style, we are going to go for the very unnecessary Earthquake, and that is all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. So those were the battles with Shadow Granbull. Do I like Charm? No. I think it's horrible and toxic. But if you're on the home of Shadow Pokemon, what better place to see the most toxic, horrible Charmer of them all in action? So fuck it, here it is, Shadow Granbull for you all. So, as I said at the start of the video, let me know down below if you want to see me feature some of the Hisuian Pokemon that have been released. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button, leave a comment. It really helps the channel grow, and I'd like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.